Imagine this. Humanity has mapped the human genome, split the atom, and even landed robots on other planets. Yet, despite all our progress, there remain mysteries so strange, so terrifying, that no scientific theory can fully explain them. Some of these puzzles reach deep into the cosmos. Others are buried in our own past, and a few are happening right here on Earth. These are not just unsolved questions. They are the kind of enigmas that challenge everything we think we know about reality. Today, we'll uncover 10 mysteries that terrify scientists, and the last one might just change the way you see the world forever. Tabby's star, the flickering mystery. In 2015, astronomer Tabitha Boyajian noticed something deeply unusual while studying data from the Kepler Space Telescope. One particular star, located about 1,500 light-years away, wasn't shining steadily the way stars normally do. Instead, its brightness would drop dramatically, sometimes by as much as 20%, and then return to normal. These strange dips happened at irregular intervals with no clear pattern. For reference, even a giant planet like Jupiter passing in front of a star would only dim it by about 1%. So, what could possibly block out 20% of its light? Theories began pouring in. Maybe it was an enormous cloud of cosmic dust, or a swarm of comets orbiting the star. Some even speculated about something far more dramatic, an alien Dyson sphere, a massive megastructure built to harvest energy from a star. But here's the problem. None of these theories fully match the data. Dust should leave traces in infrared light. It doesn't. Comets would follow predictable orbits. These dips are random. And the alien megastructure idea, well, that remains firmly in the category of science fiction. What's terrifying is that we still don't have a clear answer. Tabby's star reminds us that even in our own galactic neighborhood, the universe holds secrets that are bigger and stranger than anything we've imagined. The WOW signal. On August 15, 1977, astronomer Jerry Eman was monitoring signals from the Big Ear Radio Telescope in Ohio. Suddenly, the telescope recorded a 72-second burst of radio waves, unlike anything ever detected before. The signal was so strong and so unusual that Eman circled the printout in red ink and wrote a single word in the margin: "Wow." The signal came from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius. It was narrowband, meaning it concentrated energy in a very specific frequency. Exactly the kind of thing natural sources almost never produce, but intelligent technology might. Scientists were electrified. Was this it? First contact? A message from extraterrestrial life? For weeks, astronomers scanned the same patch of sky, hoping to hear it again. But the signal never returned. Despite decades of follow-up, nothing like it has ever been recorded since. Theories range from natural cosmic events to a passing comet to, of course, an alien civilization briefly reaching out. But the truth is, we simply don't know. The WOW signal remains one of the most chilling possibilities that we are not alone in the universe, and that whoever or whatever sent that signal is still out there. Dark matter and dark energy. Look around you. Everything you see, your hands, your screen, the air in the room, is made of atoms. But here's the terrifying truth. All the atoms, all the planets, stars, and galaxies combined make up only 5% of the universe. The other 95%, scientists call it dark matter and dark energy, and we have no idea what they actually are. Dark matter is invisible. We can't see it, we can't touch it, but we know it's there because of gravity. Galaxies spin in ways that should fling stars apart, unless some invisible substance is holding them together. That's dark matter. Dark energy is even stranger. It's the force that's not just making the universe expand, it's making it expand faster and faster, as if space itself is being stretched by some unknown power. Think about that. The overwhelming majority of the universe is made of something completely unknown. To scientists, that's terrifying, because it means most of reality is hidden in plain sight, and until we understand it, we'll never fully know where we came from or where we're going. The Tunguska Explosion. Siberia, June 30th, 1908. At around 7:17 in the morning, a massive explosion lit up the sky above the Tunguska River. A shockwave flattened more than 80 million trees across 800 square miles. People hundreds of kilometers away were knocked off their feet. Windows shattered. For weeks afterward, the skies in Europe glowed at night, bright enough to read by. The explosion was at least 1,000 times more powerful than the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. But here's the mystery. No crater was ever found. Scientists assume a meteor exploded in the atmosphere before impact, but no fragments were ever discovered. Others speculate about natural gas eruptions, antimatter collisions, or even a UFO explosion. Whatever it was, Tunguska remains the largest impact event in recorded history. And the terrifying part? If it had happened just a few hours later over a major city, millions could have died. The Voynich Manuscript, locked away at Yale University's rare book collection, is one of the strangest texts ever discovered. The Voynich Manuscript, a book over 600 years old filled with bizarre illustrations of plants that don't exist, astronomical charts that make no sense, and page after page of text written in an unrecognizable language. Over the centuries, countless experts have tried to decode it, linguists, cryptographers, even code breakers from World War II, and yet no one has succeeded. Some believe it's an elaborate hoax, a medieval prank meant to fool scholars, but others think it may contain lost knowledge of medicine, alchemy, or even messages from beyond our world. The longer you stare at its pages, the more unsettling it becomes. Because if it's not a hoax, then someone, somewhere, once knew how to write this language, and we have no idea who they were or what they were trying to tell us. ʻOumuamua, the interstellar visitor. In October 2010, astronomers spotted something strange streaking through our solar system. It wasn't orbiting the sun like a comet or asteroid, it was just passing through. They named it ʻOumuamua, Hawaiian for scout or messenger. At first, it seemed like a normal rock from another star system. But then came the weird part. It was shaped unlike any natural object we've ever seen, long and thin, almost like a giant cigar. And as it left the solar system, it sped up in a way that gravity alone couldn't explain. Some scientists argued it was simply a new kind of comet, venting gas that pushed it forward. But there was no visible trail, no evidence of gas at all. Harvard astronomer Avi Loeb suggested a radical idea. ʻOumuamua might be artificial, perhaps a probe, perhaps a fragment of alien technology drifting through space. We'll likely never know. ʻOumuamua is gone, disappearing into the darkness between the stars. But its brief visit left scientists shaken, wondering if we had just missed proof of intelligent life. Ball lightning. Imagine standing in a thunderstorm. Lightning cracks across the sky. Suddenly a glowing orb of light, like a floating fireball, drifts through the air. It passes silently, hovers for a few seconds, then vanishes, or explodes with a bang. This phenomenon is known as ball lightning, and it has been reported for centuries. Witnesses include peasants, pilots, even soldiers during World War II. Yet science still struggles to explain it. Some theories suggest it's plasma, or a rare form of burning gas, or even hallucinations caused by electromagnetic fields. But no one has ever recreated ball lightning reliably in a laboratory. The terrifying part? Ball lightning sometimes passes straight through walls or windows without leaving a mark, as if the laws of physics don't apply. For scientists, it's a humbling reminder that even Earth's own atmosphere hides secrets beyond our understanding. The Antikythera mechanism. In 1901, sponge divers off the coast of Greece discovered a sunken Roman ship. Among the treasure was a corroded lump of bronze. When cleaned, it revealed an astonishing machine, a complex system of gears, dials, and inscriptions. Today, we know it as the Antikythera mechanism, a 2,000-year-old device that could predict eclipses, track planetary movements, and even calculate the timing of the Olympic Games. Essentially, it was an ancient computer. But here's the mystery. Nothing else like it existed for at least another 1,000 years. How did the ancient Greeks create something so advanced, then lose the knowledge entirely? Some believe it was a one-of-a-kind genius invention forgotten after the fall of civilizations. Others think it hints at entire chapters of history we know nothing about. For scientists and historians alike, it's both fascinating and frightening, proof that human knowledge is not a straight line, but something that can be gained and lost. The Taos hum. In the early 1990s, residents of Taos, New Mexico, began complaining of a strange low-frequency hum, a droning, buzzing sound that never stopped. Here's the creepy part. Sensitive microphones and recording equipment detected nothing. And yet thousands of people claimed to hear it, sometimes so loudly it disrupted their sleep, their concentration, even their sanity. Theories exploded. Was it secret military technology, underground geological activity, or was it psychological, mass hysteria spreading through the community? But Taos isn't alone. Reports of similar hums exist around the world. In the UK, Canada, Australia, always the same eerie, untraceable noise. To this day, no one knows what causes the hum. For those who hear it, it's a living nightmare. For scientists, it's a reminder that even in the age of advanced technology, there are still mysteries humming just out of reach. Death Valley's moving rocks. Deep in California's Death Valley lies a place called Racetrack Playa. Here, massive rocks, some weighing hundreds of pounds, move across the desert floor entirely on their own, leaving long trails carved into the cracked earth. The mystery? No one has ever seen them move. For decades, scientists puzzled over the phenomenon. Could it be wind? Earthquakes? Something stranger? Only recently, researchers using time-lapse cameras caught the rocks in action. A rare combination of rain, thin sheets of ice, and just the right amount of wind can make the rocks slide slowly across the playa. But here's the twist. Even with this partial explanation, not every movement is accounted for. Some trails are sharp, some are curved. Some rocks move, while others nearby stay still. The terrifying part isn't just the rocks. It's the realization that even on our own planet, seemingly simple questions can take centuries to answer, and some may never be solved completely. From mysterious stars to ancient machines, from strange signals in the sky to rocks that move on their own, these mysteries remind us of one thing. Science doesn't have all the answers, and maybe it never will. The universe is vast, complex, and sometimes terrifyingly unknowable. Which one of these mysteries chilled you the most? And could the scariest mystery of all be the one we haven't even discovered yet? Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed exploring these mysteries, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me next time for more stories that science still can't explain. Until then, stay curious